EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first look now for Garrison Evans. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsay. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now to the air, Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Yo, 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 yo. Yo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
From the gun, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. And we'll see what transpires as they're up against a 4th and inches. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Johnson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Don't give him nothing.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a run with Evans. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Running from the gun, Johnson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Run to its spell. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run with Lindsey. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 yards on the play, first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Second and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's Evans. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
53 is the mark. 53. Check 53.
From the 31, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Block working out of the gun. That's going to be caught by Judy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Lindsey, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Jump. Go, go. I got you.
They'll go again with Lindsey. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Come on, set. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. He'll have a first down past the 40. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Get ready! Get ready!
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. McManus. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock now on first down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. The 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run by Lindsey, and he's going to be met at about the 43.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
To throw it is Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Tackled by Christian Fulton. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. This one is right down Broadway. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll indeed take a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, pick your game up.
And they take a knee. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.